Hello there, APBA fans and APBA football enthusiasts. We are at halftime of a football game here between the 1974 Los Angeles Rams and the 1974 Oakland Raiders. We are tied at 9. Scoring in the first quarter, the Raiders come down. They got a 27-yard field goal from Blanda. And then Branch called a 58-yard bomb from Stabler. Missed the extra point. It was wide to the left. Raiders had a 9-0 lead. Second quarter, from 20 yards, 40 yards, and 35 yards out, Ray kicked field goals. And that's where we are. We are tied at 9 as we get ready for the second half. So some exciting APBA football action. I think probably because of Thanksgiving weekend and all the talk of John Madden and stuff, this is the only John Madden team I have is the 74 Raiders. And me and my uncle back in the day used to play a lot of games face to face back in probably back in the early 80s. He'd always used the 73 Raiders, so kind of the same team there. So probably a little reminiscent around the holidays and stuff. So I decided I wanted to just kind of play a one-off game of the 1974, and that's where we are. Ray Guy is getting ready to kick off here in the second half. Kickoffs are from the 35-yard line in 1974. 55 on the R column. 55 is a 2. It is a 68-yard kickoff, 3 yards deep in the end zone. The Rams are just going to take a touchback, bring it out to the 20-yard line. A little bit different right now using the older rules. So that's where we are. Rams got the ball first here in the second half. James Harris is the quarterback at halftime. He is 10 of 18 for 124 yards. No touchdowns and no interceptions. McCutcheon has 18 yards rushing, as does Bertelson. So the first half, the Rams 169 yards of offense, but not able to penetrate the end zone yet. First down from the 20-yard line. They're going to go McCutcheon outside. Outside McCutcheon, 32's a 25. It is going to be no gain. McCutcheon, 11 carries for 18 yards. It has been a struggle. Second down, 10 to go. Bertelson was the main second back in the first half, but looks like they were talking about maybe bringing in Capoletti. Might be coming in to run a little bit, but right now they're going to hang with McCutcheon. They're going to go with McCutcheon inside. 2nd and 10. Try to get the running game going. 0 puts them in the A. Second dice rolls a 13. 13 still puts them in the G line. Good defensive play. 61's a 19. 3-yard run for McCutcheon. We have ourselves a third down, 7 to go. Try to keep my time clock rolling on here. I do keep the official time on the score sheet. I try to keep it caught up here. So third down, 7 to go. Little short pass to Harold Jackson. James Harris make a play. 12's a 26. He's in a scramble. And it's going to be an offensive injury too. So we've got an offensive injury and a quarterback scramble. '64 is a 21. Scrambles for 2 yards. Puts him at 2 carries for 1 yard. Do not make the third down conversion. It's going to be a 4th down. And I do all my injuries from my chart here. Different way of doing injuries. So I got an offensive injury. 41 on the offensive injury. That is the 07. That's going to be the tight end. Klein is hurt. How bad is Klein hurt? He's a J1. So Klein will be out for the quarter. So in the third, we got Bob Klein, tight end. He's out for the quarter, so he is going to go off to the blue tent. He is a 3. And I'm going to have to find a tight end to come in when they get the ball. I'll look for him right now. Looks like the tight end will be Corinne. So they're going to go from a -2 to a -3 on my offensive index chart. So I'm going to get him in there already. And on comes the punter. Burke coming in to punt for the 3rd time today. From the 22-yard line. 66. K column is a 4. 54-yard to the TA. Booming punt. 54 yards. 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 54 yards to the TA. That will be Smith. Ron Smith from the Raider. 24-yard line. 65. 65 on the P columns at 24. He tries to return it, but he doesn't get anywhere, so no return. As he was tackled immediately. We got 13:15 left in the quarter. And here comes the Raiders from the 24-yard line. First half, the Snake, Stabler, what was he? He was 6 for 13 for 105 yards. He threw the long pass to Branch for 58 yards for a touchdown. And he did throw an interception. And they're going to come out and they're going to try the same thing. They're going to try to establish the running game. First down. They're going to run Hubbard inside. Just try to gain a little bit of yardage on first down. They are a +2 on the offensive index. So 6 is going to put them into B. Second dice roll is a 31. If they got a 5 on the defense, which they do, they got a 5-man on the defense. It is going to be a successful key. So it's going to be standard. Successful key. 63. 63 does not matter. 63 is the 33. He is going to fumble. It is a F24. Hubbard fumbles the ball away. F24, 62. F24, 62. 1 yard and it bounces out of bounds. What a fortunate break for the Raiders. This will be second down. 9 to go. Back then, that would have only been a 15-second play. So 2nd and 9. We're going to try a short pass to Freddie Biletnikoff. He has 1 catch today for 9 yards so far. So 2nd down, 9 to go. 32's a 20. That's going to be an incomplete pass. As this second half is starting out kind of sluggish. 3rd down. On 3rd downs today, the Raiders are 4 for 7 on 3rd downs. What's the play going to be? They're going to try a medium pass on 3rd down. 3rd down, 9 to go. They're medium. To Branch. 21 is a 17. That ball's going to be incomplete, and they are going 3 and out. Fourth down coming up. 12 minutes left. And on comes the punter. I believe is the only punter that's in the Hall of Fame. That would be Ray Guy. Coming in to punt for the 3rd time today. From Southern Mississippi. 64. 64 is a 6. It's going to be a 44 48 to the TA. 48. 10, 20, 30, 40, 8 yards. The punt returner is going to be Bryant. Colin Bryant from the 27-yard line using the P column. 43-27. He calls for the fair catch. This game is really turning into a defensive struggle. Or maybe just offensive ineptness. So, 27-yard line. First down. Official time. 12 minutes left here in third quarter. Corinne in to play tight end. His client is out. He's in the tent. He's out for the rest of the quarter. And what they're going to do here? First down. He's going to come out and he's going to throw a medium pass. Harris going medium to Jack Snow. 23. 23 is a 27. He's going to scramble with the ball. So 23 is a 27. Going to scramble. 65. 24. He gets 1 yard on the scramble. The Raiders put some pressure on. So second down. 9 to go. And he's going to come back. This time he's going to go a short pass to Jack Snow. Harris looking short to Snow. Ooh, 66. 66 is a 1. On a short pass. 3. Puts him in the C, so he'll go up to the B. Second dice roll. Second dice roll is a 55. 55 on a pass. It's going to be in the D column. It's either going to be a touchdown or 16 yards. So Tatum's a 4. It's a short pass to Jack Snow, so I'm going to bump it up to a 5. If I'm going to throw the big dice, 1 through 5, Tatum makes the tackle at 16 yards down the field. If it's a 6, Snow's going to go the distance for the touchdown. It's going to be a 16-yard completion to Jack Snow. Nice play. That's his first catch of the day. I do that there just to cut down on those little short passes to the guys that it seems like my game gets a lot of long touchdowns on short passes. So now we got 11 minutes left here. And the Rams are in business, just shy of midfield. First down, what they going to do? They're going to run McCutcheon outside. 46 is a 24. That's not going to get anything. 9. They got offensive index of -3. 9. Still puts them into A. 36 puts them in a standard. It's going to be a key. 46, 24, drop to 26. No gain for McCutcheon. Second down. 10 to go. And now he's going to throw a screen pass to McCutcheon on the 2nd and 10. Back in the pocket, Harris looking for McCutcheon. 21 is an 18 on the screen pass. This is going to be a C index, so he's going to go to a B. 53. Going to put them in the D. So a BD, 18. He catches it for a 6-yard loss. Going backwards. He'd have been better off just dropping the ball. So now we got third down. And just a bunch. Third down and 16 to go. Renzel in the game. Back in the pocket. He's looking. Medium pass to Lance Renzel. 54. That's going to be a penalty. We got a 3.52 on the penalty. 3.52 is a 30. So 3.52 on the pass play is a 23. 23 on a pass. That's going to be a legal contact. 5 yards and a first down. But we still have to get the result of the play. When I get penalties, I resolve the penalties before the play. That way, if I get a false start penalties or pre-snap penalties, I don't have to run the play. So there we are. We know it's a 5-yard penalty, and he's going medium to Renzel. Oh, and he drills them. 3. Going to put them in the C. He's going to bump up to a B. 36 on a 3rd and long. 36 is going to go up to the D. They got a successful double cover on it, so 33 is a 3. Drops to 5. 21-yard completion to Renzel. 155 yards passing today, as Renzel got his second reception for 48 yards. So 21-yard completion. What a huge 3rd down conversion. 7, 17, 21. They're across midfield. The official time says 9.5 minutes left. Is he going to keep pushing it? Is he going to keep trying to throw the ball downfield? First down. He's going to throw a little short pass to the tight end that just came in. Short pass to Pat Curran. 3. Puts them into C. 15 puts them into G. 42 is a 10. 6-yard completion to Curran. As Harris is starting to get the team moving down the field. It's Curran's first catch of the game. So now we got a 2nd down. See if they're going to come back with possibly a run. That's what they're going to do. They're going to run Bertelsen inside. 2nd down, 4 to go. Handoff Bertelsen. 33 is a 16. 8 is going to put them in the B index. 43 is going to put them in a standard line. 16. 6-yard run for Bertelsen. He has 24 yards rushing today on 6 carries. First down. Got that all sorted out, as that will be a first down at the 29-yard line. With 8.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, tied at 9. And what they going to do here? McCutcheon. They're going to run McCutcheon inside. 9 puts them in the A index. We're within the 30-yard line now, and we're in the A index. 2nd dice roll. 45 puts them in the standard. 35 is a 17. 4 yards for McCutcheon. 25 yards rushing today on 14 carries. As they really need to come down here and punch one in the end zone. 2nd down, 6 to go. Eight minutes left here. 3rd quarter. Little short pass to Harold Jackson on 2nd and 6. 22. What a nice pass. 9. 9 puts him in the A index. That's going to bump Harrison a B up to an A. They're going with the G. We're looking for a run. 22 is a 4. First down plus 12. That's going to be a 12 plus 6, 18-yard completion to Jackson. 37 yards receiving today. Give him a first down. So it was a first down plus 12. So Jackson's tackled down at the 7-yard line. Seven minutes left here. First down, 7-yard line. Handoff, Bertelsen inside between the tackles as the Rams trying to pound it in. 7 puts them into B. 41 puts them in a standard. Left column, 55. 17, Bertelsen drives through there for 4 yards. 6 carries, 28 yards for Bertelsen. Power running, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. They're going to run McCutcheon inside from the 3. Oh, he's not going anywhere. 5 puts him into B. 14 puts him into G. This would be a successful key, so 12 is a 26 and a drop to a 28. He loses 3 on the play. He gets backed right up. Raiders defense, stiffen it up. Now we got third down from the 6-yard line. And they're going a little short pass out of the backfield to McCutcheon. He's like their best receiver. Short to McCutcheon. 46 is an 18. That ball looks like it's going to be an incomplete pass. Season to bump him up to a B on the short pass. Snake Eyes puts him in the 3 line. Wow. Even. He might have completed for something. He completes it for no gain. So McCutcheon gets a catch. No yardage on it. With 5.5 minutes left here. In. Third quarter. On comes the kicker. Ray. David Ray from Alabama. Trying to give the Rams the 3-point lead. 6:16. This will be a 23-yard field goal. 22. It is good. 23-yarder. He is 4 for 5 today kicking field goals. So 5:15 plus my adjustment. 5:15. 5:26 left here in third quarter. Rams take the lead. 12-9. So the Rams got the lead. 12-9. Kicking off. Ray from the 35-yard line. 62. From the P column is a 20. 61 yard. Down to the 4. To the OB. So down to the 4-yard line. The return man will be Hart. Cards flying everywhere. So here we go. Harold Hart from the 4-yard line. K column. 35 is an 11. Even 11. 22-yard return. So 5 minutes left here. 22-yard run puts up to the 26. And with exactly 5 minutes left in the third quarter, the Rams have the 12-9 lead in what's just been a crazy defensive struggle. What can Snake do? Can Snake bring the team back down the field now? He was really hot back in the first quarter. Then things really settled down. So who's going to be in the backfield? They do first down. They're going to hand it off to Clarence Davis, and they're going to try to get him outside, try to get a little bit of yards on the outside part of the play, outside running play. 12 is a 26. That's not going to get it done. 6 puts him in the B. It actually was in the D. 12, 26. He can only muster up 1 yard. 32 yards rushing today for Clarence Davis. Offensive line not been getting a very good push. Second down, 9 to go. And they're going to do a little short pass to Bobby Moore on 2nd and 9. 45 is a 14. See if that can get him anything at all. That 9's and actually put him in a A index. 42. It's going to put him in an A, D. 45 is a 14. Completes it for 4 yards. First completion here in the third quarter for Stabler. Moore's caught 2 passes today for 16 yards. Third down, 5 to go. 4 minutes left here. Third quarter. Can the Raiders get a first down? Short pass to Freddie Biletnikoff. Stabler looking for Freddie. 42 is a 9. That looks like that should be good. 6 is a B, so we bump up to A receiver. Oh, blowing coverage. Snake Eyes puts them in the G. Even. 42 is a 9. Wide open. Biletnikoff goes 13 yards, and that's going to move the chains. 13-yard completion for Biletnikoff. 2 catches today for 22 yards. That's the first one for a first down. 13 yards. He's going to go medium pass to Branch. Try to roll some hot dice here. 52's a 26. He has to try and scramble. He's going to scramble in the B index. He's not much of a scrambler either. 41 is a 30. He loses 5 yards. So he was technically sacked. Second down, 15 to go. 3 minutes left here. Clarence Davis, little screen pass out of the backfield on 2nd and 15. That 9 puts him into A, but he's a C receiver, so we're going B. 44 puts him into D. So BD 31 is a 9. Clarence Davis out of the backfield for 10 yards. Makes it more of a manageable third down. It's Davis' second catch today for 25 yards. So what can they do here? Can they get the first down? Short pass to the tight end. Short pass to Bobby Moore out of Stanford. 16 is a 20. That ball's going to be an incomplete pass. And a 12 will be an offensive injury. So they cannot convert. Going to fourth down. We got to see what the offensive injury is. Offensive injury 21. That's 3. 3's going to be the left guard. Left guard is Upshaw. He's a J0. When they get the ball back on offense, he'll be good to go. But right now, they have to punt it away. Got to find Ray Guy. I've been playing so many of the games from the more current seasons, it's kind of hard to get in the frame of mind for the calling the plays here for the teams from the early 70s. The Ray Guy, 21. 21 is at 8. 45 to the TA. $45 yards. 1, 11, 21, 31, 41. 45. And they're going to let it roll. I got my let it roll chart. Bring that out here. Roll my 2 big dice. 10. That rolls 10 yards. So it rolls into the end zone. So it rolls an extra 6 yards. And we got a touchback. And here come the Rams with the lead and the ball. With 2:15 left in the third quarter. Battle of a couple of really good football teams from back then. They were both first place in their divisions. Got both teams that played in Los Angeles, left Los Angeles, and yeah, the Rams went back to Los Angeles. And now the Raiders are out in Vegas. And here comes the Rams from the 20-yard line. Their offensive index going off the -3, so 40% of the time they're in C. What they're doing on first down, they're going to try to run it again. They're going to try and run McCutcheon between the tackles, inside run. Lawrence McCutcheon, 24. There's a 22. He might get a little bit. 3 puts him in the C index. CS, 24, 22, 2 yards. It's been a struggle. 24 yards rushing for McCutcheon today. 2-yard run. Raiders defensive front has been really, really good. Second down, 8 to go. What they're doing now on 2nd and 8, they're going to run Bertelsen inside, trying to pound a rock up the middle. 2nd and 8. 5 puts them into B. 51. They were looking for a pass. They're going into D. 51 for Bertelsen's a 17. He gets a 6-yard run. 34 for Bertelsen on 7 carries. 6 yards right up the middle. Now we got a 3rd down, 2 to go. 1:15 left here. Third quarter, 3rd and 2. They're running McCutcheon inside. 3rd running play in a row. 16 is a 24. 1 puts them into C. 46 puts them in the standard. They're going to get a key on them. 16 is a 22. Drops to the 24. No gain for McCutcheon. And it is another 3 and out. We got a 4th down. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter with the Rams holding on to a tight 12-9 lead with a missed extra point earlier in the game. 4. Yeah, Blanda missed it for the Raiders. Burke punting for the 4th time. 61. 61 is a 32. We have a 40 TA. 40-yard punt. 7, 17, 27, 37, 39, 40 yards to the TA. The TA is Hart. No, TA is Smith. Ron Smith grabs it at the 32-yard line. P column, 41 is a 26. He loses a yard on the return. 3 returns, he's averaging about 6 yards a carry. So he loses a yard. First down. We got 30 seconds left in the third quarter. In what was a very defensive third quarter, with the Rams getting the only points on a field goal when they drove it down deep in the Raider end and could not punch it in. So first down. What they going to call here? Charlie Smith in at running back. He's going to get a carry. Charlie Smith, an outside runner out of Utah on first down. 0 puts him into A, but then 14 puts him into G. 15 is a 9. 4-yard carry for Smith. 2 carries. 23 yards. And that is the end of the third quarter. As we're going to the fourth quarter here in Oakland. Rams leading 12-9. As we're starting the fourth quarter here in Oakland, we got ourselves a second down and 6 to go. As Smith did have a 4-yard run, so we got a second down, 6 to go. In the backfield is Pete Bonanzak, and he's going to run inside. So they're starting to give Hubbard a little bit of rest, getting rotating some other running backs in. So Bonanzak, go to Miami of Florida. 8. Is going to put him in the 8 index. Going to go to the D line. 51 is a 17. 11-yard run for Bonanzak. He has 2 carries for 13 yards. After a nice 11-yard run. First down. Just shy of midfield. The Raiders got to come down here and do something. It's been kind of a struggle for Stabler. What's he doing here? He's throwing a short pass to Bonanzak. See if he can't hit him out of the backfield. 16 is a 20. That ball's in a flutter, incomplete. Cannot hit the short pass. Second down. 10 to go. From their own 46-yard line. Second and 10, what they're doing here, they're going to throw a short pass to Freddie Biletnikoff on second and 10. 56 is an 18. That ball's going to drop incomplete. Incomplete to Biletnikoff. Now we got the third down and 10. As they're just struggling to get anything going here. What they doing on 3rd and 10? They're going to look for Branch. They're throwing a medium pass to Branch. Try to get lightning in a bottle. Trying to throw a doubles on 3rd and 10. Stabler. 24 is a 16. Incomplete pass. 3 and out again for the Raiders. 4th down. And out comes Ray Guy. Last time he punted all the way deep in the end zone. Snake Eyes is a 4. That's a 54 TA. It's in the end zone again. 54-yarder. And here come the Rams. 13 and a half minutes left in the game. From the 20-yard line. With the ball and the lead. Can the Raiders defense hold up again? As the quarterback has actually been pretty good. He has 179 yards passing today. Harris has been pretty good. He's been a lot better than Stabler has on the road here. But both teams are used to playing on the grass. So 1st down. What they're going to do here? Short pass to Jackson. They're going to come out throwing the ball on this series. 61. 61's a 15. Going to be an A index. 0 puts them in A index. Second dice roll 12 puts them into G. Left column. 61. 15. Completes it for 7 yards. Nice play. 186 yards. Jackson has 44 yards on 5 catches. That's going to be a 2nd and 3. And we got the 12, so we got an offensive injury. And actually, Klein was back in the game. He came back in the game here at the end of the quarter. 12. 12 is going to be the 0-1. 0-1 is Jackson. Jackson is hurt. He's a J1. He's going to be out for the rest of the game. So 4th quarter, they lose one of their best receivers. So Jackson's out. Klein is back in. But they're not hurting too bad with Jackson out. That just means that Lance Rensel's going to be in there. Instead of the 3rd receiver, he'd be in there all the time. So at wide receiver, they got Rensel. And they got Jack Snow. So now we have 2nd down and 3 to go. What's the call going to be? 2nd and 3. They are going to throw medium pass to the tight end, Bob Klein. 2nd and 3. 25. Should be a good pass. 6. Medium pass puts him in the B index. Snake Eyes puts him in the G. Blown coverage, left column. 25 is a 7. Oh, what a nice pass. He hits him for a 21-yard pass to Klein. Move the chains. Klein has 3 catches for 51 yards. 21 yards, 8, 18, 19, 20, 21. They're just shy of the midfield stripe. Official time is 12 and a half minutes left in the game. 1st down, they got the lead. What's the call going to be? They're throwing a long pass. They're going a long pass to Rensel out of Oklahoma. Harris trying to find some time. Fires it way down. That ball is going to be incomplete. 62s and 18. Taking a shot. Now they're going to come back with a second down. 10 to go. Looked like he was open too. So 2nd and 10. They're going to run a draw play. Draw play McCutcheon on 2nd and 10. 3. Gonna put them in the C. 36 on the 2nd and 10. Gonna put them in the standard. C standard is, they do got a double cover on them. So 51. 51's an 8. No double cover. We're doing a draw play. Start this over. They're in a C. Then they're in a, with the dice roll, they're in a standard. And 51 is a 16. All he can get is 2 yards out of that, as they stayed in a standard defense. 3rd down, 8 to go. What can they do on 3rd and 8? I'm going to try a little short pass to Jack Snow on 3rd and 8. Harris going to complete the pass. 3rd and 8. 21's an 18. That's going to be an incomplete pass. And they have to punt it away. We got 4th down. We're down to 11.5 minutes left in the game. They drive the ball down the field stuff. They're winning the field position war. And on comes the punter. For the most part, he's been pretty good, but he's hit a couple clunkers too. Punt from the 50-yard line. Does not want to put it in the end zone. 34, that's going to be a penalty. A 2:44 on a punt penalty. .244. That is a 5. Neutral zone infraction defense, 5 yards. So 5-yard penalty. No clock running on that one. Still going to punt it away, but now it's from the 45-yard line. 65 is a 14. 32, fair catch. 10, 20, 30, 2-yard. Fair catch by Smith. We have 11 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. Raiders got it at the 13-yard line. Stabler going to try and get this team coming down the field to pull off a big win for his coach, John Madden. So far, we have Branch has 2 catches for 63 yards. Biletnikoff has 2 catches for 22 yards. Not that he ain't been targeting them, but they just are not catching the passes. So they're going to come out. First down, they're going to throw a short pass to Branch. See if he cannot get something going here. They're a little closer to the end zone from the 14-yard line on in. 6. B, so they'll bump up to A because the A receiver. 64. That's going to put them in the D. Left column, and they get a double cover on them. So 33 is a 3, drop to 5. First down plus 7. 17-yard pass to Branch. Stabler finally hits a decent pass. Branch, 3 catches for 80 yards. First down. 10:45 left here. So 17 yards. First down. Now what they're looking at doing. He's going to go medium to Branch. He's doubling up to Branch. Back, Stabler, looking for Branch. 55 is a 6. So the 6 is going to be a B. That's going to bump up to the A. 62, that's going to put them in the D. 55 is a 6. 23 yard pass to Branch. 172 yards passing. So 23, that puts Branch over 100 yards. 23 yards. 10, 23. We got a 62. We have a defensive injury. We got a Ram down on the field with official time. With 10:15 left in the game. We got a Ram player. Who's it going to be? 22. That is D3. That's going to be a middle linebacker. The middle linebacker is Jack Reynolds. He's a J1, so he'll be leaving for the rest of the game. He's a linebacker. He's out for the 4th. So he is a 4-man. Who they got to bring in? Whoever it be, it's not going to be as good as... Looks like they'll bring in his brother, Jim. So Jack is out. And Jim's coming into play. No, Jack Reynolds is out, not his brother. I'm getting the other Jack and Jimmy mixed up. So Jack Reynolds is out. Jim Youngblood's coming in. So that is going to drop their defense down 2 points. Going to drop down to a 39. And that's going to put the Raiders at a +4 on their 10-sided dice floating index. And they are across midfield. They're at the 47-yard line on back-to-back completions to Branch. So are they going to keep pushing a hot hand, or are they going to try to run one? Looks like they're going to throw a short pass. Throwing a short pass to Bobby Moore. Short pass, 5, puts him into B. 53 puts him into D. 31 is a 9. 4-yard pass to Moore. It's his 3rd catch for 20 yards. Second down. 6 to go. We're under. We got 9.5 minutes left here. So we're under 10 minutes left in the game. 2nd and 6. Who's in the backfield? Hubbard's in the backfield. They're going to run Hubbard inside. Been a little bit since they ran one. 34 is a 35. That's a penalty. We got a 662 on a running penalty. 662. That is to be a 32. That's going to be an offensive penalty. Let's run the play and see what the play would have been. Gotta remember, we had a 32 on the penalty chart. And the play itself, inside run, 4. On a +4. Gonna put them in the B index. Second dice roll. Be B standard. Left column, 61. 61's a 20. Would have been no gain. But the 32. Unnecessary offense. 15 from line or dead ball spot. Roll 2 dice. I used the Malloy charts here. Roll 2 dice, 43. It is going to be a dead ball foul. So he is going to get the no gain on the run. And then it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So now it's 3rd down and long. That's only the 2nd penalty for the Raiders today. They've been actually very clean. They just had 2 penalties here in the last little bit, but now they got 3rd down and a long ways to go. And what's the play going to be? They're going a medium pass to Biletnikoff. See if they can't get him open across the middle. Staler to Biletnikoff. 1. Puts him in the C index, so he's going to bump up to a B. 2nd dice roll, 34. 34 is going to put them in a 1 line. The Rams have a 5-man on defense. They do. So they're actually going to have a pressure. It's going to create a double cover. 56 is a 6. Drop to 8. And he completes it for 5 yards. Five-yard completion to Biletnikoff. And they're going to have to punt it away. 4th down. And the way I play this, on that play there, if anybody was 5 and they have a 5-man on defense, Jack Youngblood is the guy that created the pressure to make him throw the ball sooner. And they didn't get as many yards as he was hoping to. So 4th down, they got to punt it away. On comes Ray Guy. Just shy of midfield, but punting from here quite a bit. 66 is a 2. Even 2. That ball rolls dead at the 11-yard line. So 42-yard punt. Rolls dead at the 11. Beautiful punt by Guy. As here comes the Rams. How much time we got left in the game here? We got 8 minutes and 45 seconds. As the Rams with the lead, they're going to try and take some time off the clock here. But they haven't been able to get any kind of a running game going. No kind of running game at all. As we have 18 carries for 26 yards for McCutcheon. And 7 carries, 34 yards for Bertelson. So from the 11-yard line, 1st down, they're going to run McCutcheon. But they're going to try and run him outside. Try to pick up a few yards on this one. Outside run. 64 is a 17. Maybe get a little bit of something on there. 3 is going to put them in the C. 2nd dice roll puts them into G. 60, what did I say, 64? 17. He got 5 yards on it. Make it 2nd down. 5 to go. As they are past the 14-yard line. 2nd and 5, and they're coming back, and they're running McCutcheon inside on 2nd and 5. Second and 5, inside run. 4 on the -3. Gonna leave them in the C index. They're having a hard time getting into the blocking. Ain't been as good as they were hoping for. The 2nd dice roll is a 46. That's going to put them in the standard. 53 is a 17. Going to drop to a 19. He does not go anywhere on that one. Tough Raider defense. Creates the key, and the guy makes the play. So now we got 7:45 left. 3rd down. What kind of play can they call here? They're going short pass to Klein on 3rd down. Can he get the 1st down and move the chains? 66 is a 1. Short pass to the tight end. 1 puts him in the C, going to bump him up to the B. 54. On a pass. That's going to put them in the D. They got a successful double cover. Even. 66 is a 1. Going to drop to a 3. First down +4. 10-yard completion decline. What a big first down. Got to move it 10 yards. Just outside the 26-yard line. And that puts the clock at 7:15 left in the game. As the clock starting to be an issue here. McCutcheon's out, getting a little bit of a breather. And the run is Biletnikoff. He has to come in and he's going to come in and run one. He's going to run inside run. Offensive index -5. 5 on the -5. That is going to put them in the C. So they're in the C index, inside C index. 16 puts them in the G line. Even. And they got a successful keying on them. 44 is a 16, drops to 18. All he can get is 1 yard. Created this defensive system where the better defense create more double teams. And you create more keying situations. And I'm going to have to probably adjust it for the older seasons. Was playing one game with my newer season chart here just to see how it worked out. Second down, 9 to go. Biletnikoff out. 2nd and 9. McCutcheon back in. 2nd and 9. McCutcheon running inside. 7 puts him in the B. 33 on a 2nd and 9. Puts him in a standard. 65, 24. 3-yard run. 34 on the day for McCutcheon. 6:15 left in the game. As we have ourselves a 3rd down and 6 to go. 3rd and 6. They're going to go a short pass to McCutcheon. He's been a workhorse today. 3rd and 6. 53 is a 13. This could be a game-changing play on a 3rd down and 6. That's going to be a C. Puts him into B. 16 on the 3rd and 6. That's actually going to put him into G. They had a beautiful line to run to pass against. It's even. 53 is a 13. There it is. There's the F36. It's a fumble. F36. F36, 42. F36, 42. -7 F09. So he is hit. He is sacked. -7 F09 will be McCutcheon. McCutcheon just has to fall on the ball. He is a FR0. And that'll make it 4th down with 5:45 left. And they have to punt it away, and that's going to give the Raiders a chance. And that's what they wanted, was a chance. So on comes the punter, Burke. Been a busy guy today. This will be a 6th punt today for Burke. 23-yard line. 12 is a 16. Not very good. 33 yard to the TA. 33 yards. 2, 12, 22, 32, 33 yards to Smith. Here Ron Smith. Just shy of midfield. Can he get a good return here? 66. Oh my. Off the P column. 66 is a 4. Odd 4. Punt return. 51-yard punt return for Ron Smith. Oh, the Raiders. Huge play. Smith, 51 yards. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All the way down to the 5-yard line. The Raiders trying to take the lead here. With 5:30 left in the game, the short punt, the huge return by Ron Smith. Trailing by 3. They got a first down at the 5-yard line. And it's imperative they get a touchdown here to win the game for their coach, John Madden, on Thanksgiving weekend. So what's the play going to be on first down? In the backfield will be Hubbard. And what they're going to do on first down, they're running Hubbard right up the middle from the 5-yard line. Here we go. Stabler, handoff, Hubbard. Oh, 2 puts him into C index. 24 puts him in a standard. Snake Eyes is a K. How far will he go? 66. 5-yard touchdown run for Hubbard. For the first time since the first quarter, the Raiders have taken the lead with 5:15 plus a adjustment with 5:29 left here in the game. Fourth quarter, 5:29. Oakland. Hubbard on a 5-yard run. And on comes the extra point kicker, Blanda. He missed one earlier. From the K column, Blanda, 15 is a 5. Blanda gets the extra point this time. And we have a 16-12 lead for the Raiders. What a huge return. Raiders 16. Well, that extra point was big to give them the 4-point lead. Now we'll see if James Harris and company can come down and score when they need to. So it comes Ray Guy to kick it off from the 35-yard line. Boy, that was fun. Ray Guy, 21. From the R column, 21's a 20. 2 yards deep in the end zone. They're going to return it? Why not? 67 yards, 2 yards deep. Who we got back there? We have Colin Bryant. See if Colin Bryant, he has some big returns on his card. And here we go, from 2 yards deep. Oh my God, 66. 66 is a 1. He's at the 20, he's at the 30, he's across midfield, and he's going all the way. Colin Bryant, 102-yard kickoff return. And the Rams, unbelievable, are going to be taking the lead. Holy smokes, Colin Bryant. He broke to the first wave, and there was nobody in front of him to go. And the 66-1 brings it to the house. 102-yard kickoff return. Wow. David Ray on to kick the extra point. 46-22. The extra point is good. So the Raiders finally took the lead, and the Rams run the kickoff back, and they got the lead now. We got a 19-16 game, but still all kinds of time left here. Unbelievable. This game's turned into an instant classic, an instant Thanksgiving Day classic. So the Rams have the 19-16 lead. Bringing the ball back to the 35-yard line. David Reyes to kick it off. 66. Wow. Another 66. 66 is a 39 on the kickoff. So 66, P column, 39. Four yards deep in the end zone. 69 OA. Let's see what the OA looks like for the Raiders. The best he can do is a 7. So 69-yard kickoff, 4 yards deep. And he's going to return it. Why not? 4 yards deep in the end zone. Here comes Ronnie Smith from Wisconsin. 21 is a 10. 21-yard return. So he's up to the 17-yard line. First down, Raiders. Down by 3. We have 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. And how crazy has this game been? Everything is broken loose here in the last little bit. Here comes Stabler. First down. We're just going to stay in a standard defense here for a little bit. First down, they're going to go a short pass to Branch. Stabler to Branch, 22. And try and start moving it down the field. 9 puts them in the A index. 41 puts them in the standard. 22 is a 3. 17-yard completion. 198 yards completions today for Stabler. 17 yards to Branch. He has 120 yards. Three, 13, 17 yards. Up to the 34-yard line. First down. 4:15 left in the game. What's the play going to be? He's going to go short pass to Bobby Moore. 21. 21's a 17. That ain't looking very strong. It's going to be a B. Standard. 17. It'll be an incomplete pass to Moore. Second down. 10 to go. 4 minutes left in the game. They're going to throw a short pass to Biletnikoff as they're trying to work their way towards the first down here. 2nd and 10. 2. That's going to be with a +4. So B's going to go up to the A. 61, 66 is going to put them in the D. What we got there? We got a nickelback. And they got a double cover. 31's a 9. Drop to 11. All that for a 6-yard completion. 204 yards. 6 yards to Biletnikoff. 3rd down and 4 to go with 3.5 minutes left in the game. 3rd and 4. What's the call going to be? They're probably going to be looking for a pass. Yeah, they're going to go short pass to Branch. 3rd and 4. Safe thing to do, right? 3rd and 4. 36 is a 15. Oh boy, 0 puts them in the A. 25 on the 3rd and 4. That's going to put them in a standard. Even. 36 is the 15. Completes it for 2-yard completion. Not enough for the 1st down. So 2-yard pass to Branch. Clock runs down to 3 minutes left in the game. 4th down. At this point in time, do they punt it away or do they go for it? Well, it is 1974, not 2025, and they got all their timeouts. 2.5 minutes left. They're going to punt the ball away. 66. That's the way it goes. 66 is a 2, but it's a good punt. As that ball rolls dead at the 11-yard line again. So we got 58, 11, 47-yard punt where it rolls dead. So a beautiful punt, 47 yards. Rams got the ball. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Can they get some 1st downs? Right now the Raiders are into must-run defense as they're going to be looking for the run. And you wonder, would they be gutty enough to try and throw one? Probably not right away. So here comes James Harris. They're at the 11-yard line. 1st down. They're going to run McCutcheon inside between the tackles. Five is going to put them in the B index. 36 is going to put them in the G. So BG 35, 17, 3 yards for McCutcheon. 37 on the day. And they're going to call a timeout. Second down, 2.5 minutes left in the game. Rams trying to get a 1st down here. 2nd down and 7 to go. What's the call going to be? That's a little quick handoff to Bertelson inside on the 2nd and 7. 14 is a 34. Oh my, that's going to be something bad. 6 puts them in the B. 54 on a must-run defense. It's going to put them in a standard. 14 is the 34. It is a F26. We got a fumble. F20. Okay, so F26, 63. F26, 63. Minus 12 yards out of bounds. So he was hit and the ball bounced backwards. And plus it went out of bounds. What a break. So they got 3rd down. They got a long ways to go. There's 2:15 left in the game. They're not even up to the 2-minute warning. But the ball went out of bounds, so this is just some crazy stuff happening here. And I don't think they want to throw it. What can they do here? They're just going to run McCutcheon inside on 3rd and 2 from the 2-yard line. 35, that might get them off the goal line a little bit, but it looks like the Raiders are going to have a chance. And that's what they're looking for, just getting a chance. 3 puts it in the C index. 43 is going to put them into D. CD. 35, 17. He runs it for 7 yards, and we're at the 2-minute warning. Come back from the 2-minute warning. The Rams will have to kick the ball away. So 2 minutes left in the football game here in Oakland. The Rams clinging to a 19-16 lead. It is 4th down, 4th and 12, so they're going to punt it away. Burke going to punt it away from as close to his own goal line. 32 is a 24. Terrible punt. 29 to the TB. 29-yard punt. 29 only gets it up to the 38-yard line. And the TB, that is going to be the same guy that ran one back 54 yards last time. Ron Smith can return this one from the 38-yard line. What can he do with it? Here we go. 24 is a 13. Odd 13. 6-yard return. .145 left in the game. The Raiders, they're almost in field goal range at all. They don't want to end up with a tie here, but not to check it out. I'm not sure if they did ties in. Yeah, let me check that out. So 1974 is the first year of overtime in the regular season. So if the Raiders come down and tie this thing up, there will be an overtime. The Raiders are trying to pull this thing out without going to overtime. So 1st down, they're going to go medium pass to Branch. The Steelers are trying to end this thing right now. 14 is a 35. That's a penalty. We got a 4.32 on a pass penalty. 4.32. That is a defensive offsides. Let's see if they're going to run the play. It's going to be a pre-snap penalty. So no clock was used up. So they got a 1st and 5. Does that change their thinking a little bit? 1st and 5 from the 27-yard line. Medium pass to Branch on 1st and 5. 31's a 9. On a medium pass within the 30-yard line. 8 puts them into A. 65. That's going to put them into D. And they actually got a good defensive back, so it's going to be a double cover. So 9 drops to 11. And that's going to be an incomplete pass to Branch. We got a 2nd down. 5 to go. They still have all their timeouts on 2nd and 5. Short pass to Biletnikoff on 2nd and 5. This cannot get sacked. 2nd and 5. 2C. It'll put them into B. 2nd dice roll 64 on the 2nd and 5. Same thing. Puts them in the D. Even they're getting some good dice rolls for the defense. 31's a 9. Drops to 11. Completes it for 3 yards out of bounds. So it's not used up any time. So now we got a 3rd down and 3. Short pass to Moore on 3rd and 3. 0 puts him in the A index. 46 on a 3rd and 3. That's going to be a successful double cover. So 0 puts him in the A. 46 puts him in the standard. We got a successful double cover. 25 is a 7. Drops to 9. Completes it for 9 yards. And that ball will be out of bounds. 9 yards or under is automatically, they can call for out of bounds. So 9 yards to Moore. 1st down. 1 minute left in the game. I have not been using that, hardly using a clock up of all, have I? So 1 minute left in the game. Raiders have the ball at the 15-yard line. Down by 3. And they have 2 timeouts left. So from the 15, 1st down, they're going to throw a medium pass to Biletnikoff as they're trying to win this game and not go to overtime. Stabler looking for Biletnikoff. 53 is a 12. 2 on the +4. The B is up to the A. 23 puts him in the G. Left column, 53. 53 is a 12. 9-yard completion to Biletnikoff. That will not use that. That's only a half play there. So Biletnikoff, 9 yards. 45 seconds left. Second down, 1 to go. What's the call going to be? They're going to run Hubbard inside from the 6-yard line. Oh, 22 is a 15. 9 puts him in the A index. 43 puts him in the standard. Left column. 22, 15. 6-yard run. He scores the touchdown. He reached the ball over the plane of the end zone. Hubbard gets the touchdown, and the Raiders take the lead with 30 seconds left in the game. What a tremendous comeback. Wow. On comes Blanda for the extra point that could give them a 23-19 lead. Blanda, 61. 61's a 20. It's good. Extra point is good. Now the Raiders come back and get a touchdown. They take the 23-19 lead. Get this official clock all caught up. (23-19). Now comes they got to kick it off. How much time is left in the game? We got 30 seconds left in the game. Ray Guy gonna kick it off deep. (25) 25 on the R column is a 5. We got an odd 5. 70. OA, 5 yards deep in the end zone. And you know who's back there? It is Bryant. Last time he ran it back for a touchdown. Can he do it again? A game like this, you never know, but he is 5 yards deep in the end zone. And here he comes out of the end zone. Bryant. 12 is a 20. Even 20 on a kickoff return. Returns at 24 yards. Out to the 19-yard line. We got one play. You know what that play has to be? It has to be a long pass. And I got my prevent defense out here. So long pass to Jack Snow. That's going to be the play. Last play of the game. The Rams trying to pull off a miracle. Can Snow get behind the defense? James Harris back, looking around, trying to get enough time to throw the ball down the field. Here he goes. 12 is a 26. He's actually going to run with the ball. He had no place to throw it. He took off running with it. 8. He's going to run it from the B index. Outside run. B index. And he's not going very far. That was rather anticlimactic. So B index. 46, 24. He's actually hit for a 1-yard loss. And that is the final here in Oakland. On John Madden Thanksgiving weekend, the Oakland Raiders come back with 30 seconds left in the game on a touchdown run by Hubbard. And they win the game 23-19. And I'll be back in a little bit with some statistics. What an exciting game here with the Rams against the Raiders here in Oakland on the 2025, playing the 1974 season. John Madden Thanksgiving Day weekend thriller. Like I said, this is the only John Madden team I had for the Raiders. And boy, did this game get exciting at the end. We picked it up in the second half where the game was tied at 9. And then we had the 3 touchdowns late in the game for the Raiders to win this thing by a final score of 23-19. With Hubbard scoring the touchdown with 5:29 left in the game to give the Raiders the lead 16-12 after a Smith 51-yard punt return. Then Cullen Bryant kicks off return, 102-yard kickoff return to put the Rams right back on top 19-16. It looked like that was going to be the way it would end. But a bad fumble. The Rams backed up in their deep end, punted the ball, short punt, give the Raiders really good field position. And Stabler brings them down, and with 33 seconds left, Hubbard scores on a 6-yard run. And Oakland wins this thing 23-19. Let's go down some team statistics here. The Raiders 14 first down to the Rams 16 first downs. Raiders had 323 yards total offense to the Rams 283 total offense. 2 turnovers for the Raiders. Stabler threw an interception and they lost a fumble. Not many penalties in the games. Each team only had 2 penalties. And the Rams ran 63 plays to the Raiders 62 plays. Flip it over and look at some individual statistics. We had Kenny Stabler. Kenny Stabler was 19 for 34 for 227 yards. 1 touchdown. That was a 58-yard touchdown pass to Cliff Branch, and he threw an interception. And other stars for the Oakland Raiders was Cliff Branch. He was targeted 12 times. He had 6 catches for 122 yards and a touchdown. Biletnikoff, he had 6 catches for 45 yards, and Rob Moore, 4 for 29. Running game was a struggle for most of the game for the Raiders. They did have 28 attempts for 96 yards, 3.4 yards a carry. They had the 2 touchdowns, and they were both late in the game by Hubbard. He had a 5-yard touchdown and a 6-yard touchdown, both late in the fourth quarter when the Raiders needed it the most. So Hubbard with the 2 touchdowns. Then the touchdown pass to Branch. We look at the Rams. Early in the game, there was a lot of Donnie Ray field goals. And in the end here, we had Harris. James Harris was 18 for 28 for 211 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. The running game was a struggle all day long. McCutcheon, 44 yards on 23 carries. And Bertelsen, He ran the ball 8 times for 31 yards. So 35 carries, 72 yards for an average of 2.1 for the Rams. Receiving, McCutcheon out of the backfield. He had 6 catches for 42 yards. Harold Jackson, 5 catches for 44 yards before he got hurt. Jack Snow, 1 catch for 16. And the tight end Klein, 4 catches for 61. Then Lance Rensel come in. He caught a couple passes for 48 yards. So actually wasn't too bad of a day by Harris, but he just could not get the team in the end zone, as the only touchdown the Rams scored was on the 102-yard kickoff return by Cullen Bryant. So if you made it to the end here, hope you enjoyed this bonus football coverage, the second half of the Rams Raiders 1974. And coming this week, I'll be doing some of my 2024 tournament. So that is it. Glad you guys stuck around. And as always, keep playing the APBA sports games. They are by far the most fun and most realistic games out there. Have a great holiday season. Goodbye.